Hi, Sandy from Senior Slim Down with Sandy. So you may be somebody that just got a Zepbound KwikPen through the Medicare Bridge program, and you're probably thinking a couple of things. One may be, wow, I got these meds for $50 a month from the Medicare Bridge program. And the other may be, what in the world am I supposed to do with this? I know the idea of giving yourself an injection can seem really scary. I know it did to me. Now, I've been on Zepbound for a month. I got my first Zepbound KwikPen through my doctor as a sample. So this will be my fifth injection. And I want to show you that it is not as hard as you think it is. And in this video, I'm going to take my own injection and you can follow along with me. Okay, so I'm going to do this in real time, and I think I'm going to see if I can do it without stopping. So let's go. Here's the KwikPen, all right? You take the top off, and you can see, if you look through this there's a little clear window here, and you can see the plunger, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 doses. Now, there's more medicine in here than you're going to need, and that's because you're going to prime the pen. Now, they say you need alcohol swabs, and you might think that's for your skin so that you can clean your skin, but in fact, it's not. It is for the KwikPen itself. So you take your alcohol swab and you clean the end of the KwikPen, okay? Because then you're going to put on your needle. And one of the things about the KwikPen is it does not come with the needle. So if you're picking up your KwikPen from the pharmacist, you're going to need to get some needles too. And the cost on needles varies so widely. I had my pharmacist give me 50 over the counter and it was $9. My doctor had sent in a script for needles and it was going to be $45 to pick those up. You can get online at Amazon and you can get 100 pen needles for, $12. So the important thing is just to know you're going to need 4mm 32 gauge pen needles to use with the KwikPen, and you're going to need to buy those before you're ready for your first injection, because what could be worse than get yourself all worked up to do your first injection and not have your needle. Okay, so you take the needles and you pull off this little tab on the back, okay? Now you're going to put the needle on the pen, all right? And then you're going to pull off this cap. You see it pulled right up. Now you're going to keep the cap because that is how you're going to dispose of the needle. You're going to put this cap back on. You're going to pull off this little inner needle cap, and that can go in your regular trash. The needles themselves need to go in Sharp's disposal trash, which I'll explain a little bit more about in a second. Okay, so now I've got my pen here, and what you do is you're going to prime the pen. So if you look here, there's a little window here that says 0, okay? You're going to turn the knob 1, 2 times. And when you've turned it 2 times, you're going to see there's kind of a long line here. And that is showing you that you're in the prime position. Now, the needle is on. You're in the prime position. Now you're going to push the plunger up to prime the pen. Oh, and the other thing you need to do is you need to tap it. You want to get all your air bubbles out, just like in some good medical TV show. Okay, now you're going to watch. You may see the medicine spurt out. So I'm going to push this needle. Okay, I prime my pen. I have some medicine that's come out. All right, now the pen is primed, and if you look in this little window, it says 0 again. It's gone away from the little longer line that was the prime position. Now, it's on 0. You're going to start turning the knob. Click, 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 click. You're going to click it as far as it's going to go. When you have clicked it as far as it's going to go, you're going to see that there's a 1 in the window. Now, if you look at the official instructions for the KwikPen that come from Zepbound, they call that an icon, which makes no sense to me. It's either a 1 or a 0. Okay, my pen is primed. I pulled it all the way out. Okay, now I'm going to set it here, my nifty little tray. Now, I like to take this alcohol swab that I've just used to clean the pen, and I'm going to actually clean my skin too. It just makes sense to me. So I'm going to pull my pants down here. Now, you have to be 2 inches away from your belly button. And I have found that it works better if I go below my belly button. And I know that for most people, this is the scariest idea. I'm going to inject myself with this medicine. It's really not that bad. You're going to watch my face while I do it. You're going to see it is not that bad. Now, you can also do it in your leg, and you can do it in your upper arm, but with the KwikPen, you're not supposed to do it in your upper arm by yourself. And I know you see these ads with Shaquille O'Neal or Serena Williams, and they're taking that Zepbound pen and just slamming it against their upper arm, but they are using single-use pens. And the KwikPen has 4 doses in it, so it is a little bit different. Okay, so I put the alcohol on. I'll lean back here, so hopefully you can see. Okay, I'm going to go over here. All right, I'm just going to push it in like that. See, it really does not hurt. Now, I'm going to push the plunger down. And you're going to see I'm pushing against my stomach. You're going to see the plunger go down, down, twirling around, twirling around, twirling around. Push it down as far as it can go. Okay, now it's going to stop. I'm going to count to 5 before I take it out. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I'm going to take it out. A lot of times you will see a little drop of medicine still on the end, but if you look here in this window, here, and you can see there's not even, you can't even see it once you've done it. I mean, you can get Band-Aids. They say if you see a drop of blood or whatever to get a gauze pad and not to rub it, but I don't see anything here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull my pants up. Here we go. All right. And if you look here in the window, now you can see one of the doses is gone. That's quite a bit of medicine if you look from here to here. So now the plunger is here. You go. I have 1, 2, I have 3 doses left. Okay. Now I'm going to dispose of the needle. And the way you do that is you take this cap and you put the white cap back on. Not this little inner cap, but this big white cap. Put it on. Now you're going to turn it the opposite way. Okay. Now the needle is in the cap. It's off of the KwikPen. Now you put the pen top back on the pen. This is how you store it. Never store it without putting this top back on. Okay. Now, my needle is in here. I'm going to get a sharps container. And I do not like this sharps container. I've had all kinds of problems getting it open, but I got it open before I did this. You put your needle, your used needle, in the sharps container. Shut your sharps container. Okay, sharps container. All the rest of this, the alcohol pad. Oh, and you know what? I did forget one important step. I knew I was going to do something like that. You are supposed to wash your hands first. Very important. Wash your hands before you start. But that did not happen this time. And just for information's sake, I had washed my hands before I started this whole thing. Now, and then the rest of your trash, your alcohol pad, your little green cap, the little tab, all of that can just go in your regular trash. And voila, I have taken my weekly injection of Zepbound. The first time I did it, I was just so nervous and it was such a big deal. By the time I did my 4th injection, I was sitting on the couch watching TV. So don't be concerned. I know it's scary, and I'm not trying to, minimize how you might feel about starting to take injections, but it will get easier. That I can promise you. There's a couple other things I just wanted to mention. The Zepbound manufacturer's instructions are you keep the pen in the refrigerator until you take your first dose. And after you have used your first dose on the KwikPen, you can store it at room temperature as long as room temperature is lower than 86 degrees. Now, as far as the sharps disposal, if you get one of these sharps containers, once it's full, what you're supposed to do is tape it shut and you can put it in your regular trash. And you can also use, in a lot of states, any container that has a screw lid that you can screw on tight. And whether you're using a sharps disposal container or you're using like an old laundry detergent jug, you need to tape it up with duct tape when you're ready to throw it away, and you need to write on the outside of it needles or sharps or something like that, on both sides of the container. The regulations for this vary by state. So when you look at the description of this video, I'm going to put a link to a website where you can check what the disposal of sharps rules are state by state. I'm also going to put a link to the official Eli Lilly instructions. There's a PDF for how to use the KwikPen, which you can refer to. So whether you're starting your weight loss journey or you're already on one, all my best wishes to you. I hope that everyone that is trying to lose weight with these GLP-1s, especially people that are getting the opportunity through the Medicare Bridge program, have all the success in the world. Thanks so much. See you later.